Speaker Johnson said today he plans to break through an impasse in negotiations about more funding for Ukraine with a vote this weekend to determine the fate of an aid package worth $95 billion. Of course, none of this money would solve our own problems, and this is exactly why elected officials like Thomas Massie are looking to oust him, despite all of the drama we experienced during the removal of his predecessor, Kevin McCarthy. Congressman Massie was asked about it all just yesterday after he said he would support this effort by his colleague, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and we have a clip of his response. Take a look.
There are many of your Republican colleagues, including those in the Freedom Caucus, who just came out from this meeting frustrated, angry, because they don't want to relive what you all had to go through in October. And I understand your reasoning, saying that you may be able to find a conservative speaker. But even those members, even Freedom Caucus says it's unlikely any of you all will be able to agree and find.
That's a long question. That's a long question. Which part of it do you want me to answer? Because I didn't say anything about a conservative speaker.
So then who are you looking for?
We need a speaker who is not doing everything Chuck Schumer wants.
But a consensus or moderate Republican might have to do that.
Might have to do that?
No,
I think the only way that Chuck
rely on Democrats too.
I think the only way that Chuck Schumer gets the message that he can't roll every speaker we send over there is every speaker he rolls is no longer speaker.
He's right. More power to him. Joining us now to discuss is OAN DC Bureau Chief John Hines. He's with me tonight. Hey, John. How you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
Great to have you on this side of the programming today. We'll get to the infighting in a second, but this first one is too tragic not to talk about what happened in the Senate today. We had the Majority Leader Chuck Schumer just move to table the impeachment of Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, arguing that it didn't amount to high crimes or misdemeanors. In other words, both articles are unconstitutional. He lives to see another day. What happens now?
Well, the Senate pretty quickly dispatched those articles of impeachment, and I don't think they're a factor anymore. And really, what this proves is that they broke with precedent, of course. The Senate, in its 200-some-odd-year history, has 21 times taken up articles of impeachment. In 3 occasions, the person who was to be impeached left office. In 18 of those occasions, those cases, they had a trial. This is the first time in, 227 years of the history of the U.S. Senate when the Senate has failed to have an impeachment trial. That is certainly a break with precedent, as many people know. The Republicans controlled the Senate back when Mr. Trump was brought up for impeachment on the first occasion. And they did have a trial. They had a trial. They did their duty. They followed precedent. They had a trial. And they acquitted Mr. Trump of those charges during his impeachment. There, of course, was also a trial of Mr. Trump the second time after he actually left office. So the Senate has gone ahead and done its duty every time except for this time. And what senators are saying is it's a dangerous precedent, because the next time this comes up, then if Republicans control the Senate, then they will dispose of this in the same way that Mr. Schumer chose to dispose of this.